it seems like creepy is coming out of the woodwork. This is Tony. Hope you're all doing well. We got some rather strange stories that I came across that seemingly all point to monsters. Are we seeing things creeping in the night, perhaps more so in the daytime even at this point? Got some rather interesting things that I discovered. A number of stories in this realm that we're going to get into. Some of it from local news, some of it from people that do ministry in strange places. We have also even people in the music industry. Grammy-nominated singer Robbie Williams saying he witnessed something rather curious, and it was with the person he was with at the time, a woman. We'll get into that as well. We got Joe Rogan and other strange things going on around us that we'll get into as well. Do we have drones above America? And it was so funny because I called this like about 3 days before everyone else started talking about it. And there was a couple people in the comments section like, oh, you're just seeing stuff that's not there, making up your theories. No, I was actually right. Now everybody else is now talking about it. These drones are over a certain base where Pete Hegseth was. And I mentioned about Iran purchasing them from China. And now the news has come out saying they are from Iran. And I was right. Called it. And this isn't the first time I've called things like this. I mean, it's really kind of funny. I'll put out a video and then 2 or 3 days later, everybody else starts talking about it. Anyway, so we're going to get going here. Let's start with this. We have a Bigfoot sighting, and this is on Channel 19 News. Check this out.
Social media has flooded with alleged Bigfoot sightings over the past few days, including sightings across Portage and Trumbull counties, along trails and wooded areas. It's even caught the attention of Portage County Sheriff Bruce Sachowski.
10 individual people. They're like, yeah, I was walking my dog at 4 a.m. and I saw this hairy figure and I smelled this musty odor and there was this big thing and all of a sudden it ran.
It's led to other businesses also joining in on the fight.
Of course, obviously they're going to advertise and make money off this. But yeah, so apparently 10 people came in and said they had seen something strange that looked hairy at nighttime, of course, while they're walking their dog. And so I just thought that was kind of interesting. We don't know what it is, obviously. This was in Portage County. But there are other stories that have come out around the exact same time that are kind of strange. This came out 4 days ago on YouTube. Katie Sazua, is that how you say her last name? Her channel, Souza. She's interviewing Troy Brewer about some of the stuff he had seen while doing ministry, rescuing, of course, children. Check this out.
Okay, well, for one thing, I never intended for everybody hearing this story. And I was at the NRB last year, and Tony Merkel came walking up, and I totally fanboyed and said, hey, Tony, I saw a giant. We got to be friends. I got to tell you about it. And I was on camera. And then all of a sudden, everybody and their dog started asking me to tell the story of when I saw a giant. And I was like, oh, man. So it's just kind of funny how it all came to pass. But yeah, everybody wants to know about it now.
Let's hear it.
Okay. All right. So we rescue kids in Chiapas, Mexico, and we have a ministry that we've been doing that for 30 years. And when you do that, you come across really blurry stuff. There's a lot of witchcraft involved in it, a lot of Nephilim sex.
This is crazy. Nephilim? What? Magic? Okay, there's all kinds of, okay, this is nuts, man. Satanic, witchcraft, he mentions Nephilim. Okay, so what did he see here? Okay, here we go. Let's play this part.
If you say, hey, I saw a giant or I saw this, people are like, whoa, wait, stop. For us, it's just like, yeah, you see stuff. So we were down there and we were rescuing kids. And one of the...
Wow. Okay, let's see what... Okay. They fed them to a giant? Okay, that's crazy. Okay, so when they're rescuing these people, apparently they'll hear stories about them being fed to giants. And of course, when you hear this story being someone like him, a missionary, you're like, oh, okay, that's maybe a metaphor or something like that. Apparently not. Okay, here you are. Let's play this.
Cartel there is really, really bad. And the largest Mayan pyramid on the planet Earth is there. And it is the only privately owned Mayan pyramid on the planet Earth.
Wait, stop right there. What do you mean? Somebody actually owns a Mayan pyramid? These people must be...
Okay, so they apparently do rituals and stuff at these pyramids, according to what he's saying here. And what the heck, man? This is nuts sounding. Yeah, so it looks like they're still doing their sacrifices. Like, you remember that movie Apocalypto that Mel Gibson created, showing them doing their, of course, sacrifices on one of these type of pyramids. Apparently, they're still doing it today. This is what he's claiming. And somehow there's also giants involved in this process. This is what he's saying in the video. I mean, go check it out on our channel right here. All right. And I don't know, man, that's pretty nuts sounding. I can believe it though. I mean, I've seen a lot of nuts stuff over the years doing all this research. I don't know, man. I can actually see things like this at this point, considering all the other insane stuff we've seen over the years. We have also multiple singers. We had the guy, lead singer of Smashing Pumpkins. We got this guy named Robbie, Grammy-nominated singer Robbie Williams, saying this as well. That's two of them right there. I'm trying to remember what the Smashing Pumpkins guy, he looks kind of like Bill Burr. What's that guy's name? Smashing Pumpkins singer, Billy Corgan. So Billy Corgan said this. Okay, Billy Corgan said he saw the same person twice look like, of course, a reptile when he looked at him. Apparently, he's not the only one. Here we have Grammy-nominated singer Robbie Williams saying he had seen a woman do this twice. I think once or twice. Here, let's just play this real quick. Let's pull it back.
Let me tell you this. Right?
Yeah.
Take of this what you like.
Yep. Yeah.
I was in bed with a woman, and that's it. That's the end of my story. No, I was in bed with a woman, right? I'm lying on the pillow and I'm looking at her face, right? Her face turned into what I could only describe as a reptilian.
Now listen.
My face went, oh my God. She looks at me and she says, I'm not a reptilian.
What the heck, man? She even says she's not one of them.
Boom.
He just looked at her apparently.
Take it, make of that what you will.
That's crazy. So that's the second singer who's come out saying that. The other guy, Billy Corgan, he said it like, I don't know, I covered that like a couple months ago, I think. He came out and said that in an interview. He looks kind of like Bill Burr a little bit. Like as if he gained a little bit of weight or something. Actually, right there, he does kind of look like him, doesn't he? It's like his brother. He said the same thing, but not about a woman. It was a man, I think. At any rate, so you got Bigfoot. You got apparently Nephilim when people are doing these ministries, going into these strange areas where these tribes are, Mayan pyramids, apparently. And then you got even famous musicians, singers saying they had seen things as well. It makes you kind of wonder, right? And of course, so I thought that was a rather interesting thing to kind of cover as well. Seemed to be in the same line. I was trying to find a bunch of stories that kind of related. Those three sort of relate. Now, the rest of them are not exactly related, okay? And we're going to get into them as well. We have, of course, the mystery of Bibby, which apparently now it looks like he's out in public, and this is not AI. We'll get into that. We got, of course, these mysterious drones. Apparently, are very high tech that were sold to Iran, which I called 2 days ago, and now other people are like, "Oh, you're crazy! They don't got any power. They don't got drones." And then, of course, now the actual news came out and said the exact same thing I said. I said it 2-3 days in advance. This happens all the time. I'll put out something, and then 3 days later, Jimmy Dore covers it, or the news covers it. So I'm covering it before everybody else does. Not always, but some people catch it before I do. But usually I get it way before a lot of these other people on YouTube. You'll find it on X pretty quick sometimes, though. Now, interestingly, like I said, this had to do with those drones we saw, of course, over New York and such back in 2024, into 2024. This was I played this clip from Fox News, a congressman saying that China sold Iran a number of drones. And I said, that's probably what they're seeing over these military bases where Pete Hegseth is and Rubio is. And then today it came out, yes, I was right. Boom, I was right. And I also mentioned how they were using these in, of course, the Middle East, and they might have taken out a couple of Bibi's properties, and maybe he was in one of them. And I'm still thinking I'm right about that. Now, the question is he now up and about now? Is he out of the hospital? Is it his look-alike? Is it more AI? We'll get into all that. And actually, we got more to get into than just the stuff. We also have this guy, which apparently may actually be Jeffrey. Palm Beach Pete. Oh, you got some weird-ass stuff on that one as well we're going to get into. Apparently, this Palm Beach Pete doesn't exist. We had people researching, and this guy never existed in the area. He says he's a famous real estate guy, but no one knows about him. There's no businesses for this guy. Same teeth as Jeffrey. Are we looking at Jeffrey trolling us right now? We'll get into that as well. First of all, I got to mention food supply, 25-year shelf life. Link is in the description. You definitely want to get that if you have not already. Lots of options available. Link is in the description. They have a 5 weeks worth for $277. They also have other options available. Just click right here. You can see them all. Also, this book here, The Lost Ways, How Your Great-Great-Grandfather Lived Without Electricity. With all this insanity going on around us, you might want to be prepared for whatever's next. $37. Get the printed version. And go check me out on X. I'm over there. Everywhere else, I got lots of different links below for all the places I'm at. Rumble. I have 2 of my own websites. Let's get back to the video. So we have here, what do we got now? So we got Joe Rogan here. Tells his audience that he thinks that Bibi is gone. He said this yesterday. I think it was yesterday. And so, like a lot of people are thinking this, like, is he gone? And they keep throwing out all these AI videos. It's very obvious they're AI. He thought the coffee shop looked like AI. I think it is as well. Let's play a little bit of this real quick.
About these Netanyahu AI videos.
I haven't seen him.
You haven't seen them?
No.
Oh, they think he might be dead.
What?
Yeah. There's a bunch of AI videos that Israel has released that are like clearly AI.
What?
Show him the one where there's in the cafe.
Yeah, so and we already went over all this. I've been covering this for like a week already, and now other people are starting to cover it, like Joe Rogan. But of course, they put out like I think 5 or 6 AI videos, and then it looks like we now actually have a real person, I think. And perhaps he was in the hospital a little while. Maybe he got injured or something. Maybe he was, I don't know. We don't know what happened. I've heard a lot of interesting things. We've had people that allegedly are close to the prime minister saying that he was in the hospital, and maybe they just didn't want anybody to know about it. Could be that. I don't know. Maybe the guy's gone. That's some other claims as well. We know, like, for example, and I'll play this in a second, but just think about Joe Biden, for example. If you go look at the images of Joe Biden over the last 30 years, it's clearly not the same person. It's like Oprah. You know, you got like 5 different Oprahs, 5 different Joe Bidens. It makes you wonder if it's like, if they're purposely making the persona of Oprah eternal, so that if one of them's gone, they'll just pull out another one. Oh, we got our second Oprah here. You know what I mean? I'm literally thinking that. I'm thinking that they have like this indefinite persona thing going on where they just like, no, you can't get rid of this guy. You can't get rid of this guy. Oh, he might have died, but we got a lookalike here, right? So that's what I'm trying to say. I kind of feel like that might be what's going on here. Or perhaps he was just in the hospital for a short time. We don't know. Clearly this doesn't look like the same person. This was AI anyways. I'm pretty sure that was from the coffee shop. But, if you look at Biden, goodness, there's like 1 million different Bidens. They all look different. And we've seen the mask. I covered it before. Oh, there's a very obvious where he flips up the mask accidentally while he's itching his neck. Like, there's like 2 videos like that. It's super obvious that they even have masked versions of him. And I mean, they might do that. I mean, it makes sense. It would make perfect sense that you would want a body double in case something goes wrong, particularly during a war. But they don't want you to know that. Oh no, it's a real one every time. Oh no, sorry, that's not AI. It's like, why do we have to believe your lies? We already know you're trying to protect him from something. Perhaps he's just underground and doesn't want to be in, we don't know, right? So it's just ridiculous. Like they're sort of gaslighting us into, well, you must believe this. It's true. He's alive and he's out and doing stuff. Here we go. This one, of course, is, here we go. So this is interesting. Even though I've deemed a lot of the footage as AI, I said he could still be alive. This certainly looks genuine. This is the point. And perhaps there's more than one of, maybe he has a body double. We don't know. Who knows? It could be the literal guy right now. Maybe he got out of the hospital. Maybe he had a little injury or whatever reason he was in the hospital. Who knows? Right? But they were, for some reason, they didn't want us to believe that. That's why they kept putting out all these AI videos.
The entire world, the last 48 hours have given it. In the last 48 hours, Iran targeted a civilian area. They're doing that as a mass murder weapon.
Yeah, so he's out. It looks like it's the real dude. It probably is. I don't know. Maybe he was in the hospital for a short time. That's what one guy close to the prime minister said. They didn't want us to know it for some reason. They didn't want to look strong all the time. Oh, look, see, nothing happened to him. You know what I mean? Of course, like I mentioned, I talked about this 2-3 days ago. Drones over Washington base where Hegseth and Rubio were. I called it what it was, and it looks like I was right. I mentioned about something back a year and 3 months ago. This Congressman, Jeff Van Drew, talked about Iran buying a ton of drones, high-tech ones from China. And that's probably what caused this. And maybe perhaps Bibi was in one of these and got slightly injured. We don't know. Because some of his properties apparently got taken out. So, I mean, it could very well be the case. We don't know what happened exactly. But there's that. At any rate, so then we got Palm Beach Pete, who came out of nowhere. Someone took a video of him driving in his convertible down the road in Florida. And then all of a sudden, Palm Beach Pete just exploded online with his own content. Look, I'm Palm Beach Pete, right? So then you got this guy here.
Beach Pete from Palm Beach, Florida. I want to thank everybody for the positive comments I got from saying I'm not Jeffrey Epstein. I'm just Palm Beach Pete, going to play some tennis today, going into town, have lunch. I'm so not...
So I put out a tweet about this. And of course, for me, it's viral. For someone that's a standard big guy on YouTube, this is not viral at all. This is like a normal post for them. I got about 15,000 views on it, which is more than I usually get. Kind of strange how they have the exact same teeth, live in the same city, both are Jewish and wealthy and look exactly alike. It's almost like they're the exact same person. He got the same teeth, dude. But I'm not Jeffrey. He even says he went and hanged out with Jeffrey and went to some of his parties. They live in the exact same freaking city. They're both rich. They're both Jewish. I mean, come on, dude. Look at their teeth. They look almost the exact same. Goodness gracious. It probably is him. It probably is him. And he's just totally messing with our heads. The guy's already got like a ton of followers already. He's got more followers than I do on X. Just comes out of nowhere and everybody's following him already. Don't even know who the guy is. Right? The more he makes these videos, the more I think he could actually be Jeffrey. Exactly, dude. I mean, like all you need, just look at Jim Carrey, the whole thing with the plastic surgery and stuff, right? I know it wouldn't take that much to make him look slightly different. It could literally be the exact same guy, grows his hair out a little bit more, slightly different hairstyle, did a little bit of plastic surgery. I mean, he's been gone for years, right? We haven't seen him in the public eye for years. All you'd have to do is a couple little changes, and it could be the guy. Might even changed his voice a little bit. I think he speaks with a different voice as well. So, I mean, it's not like it's entirely unfeasible. It clearly is very feasible that it could be him. And we could be literally following him on the internet right now. So there's that. I could make 4 videos out of the stuff I cover just on this one video. We got here Penguin Zero talking about a mother, a horrible mother, as he said. Apparently a famous woman who did something during her pregnancy that was no good. And apparently the baby now has its special needs. The baby's special needs, perhaps most likely a result of what she was doing, drinking alcohol and stuff. Check this out.
Her streams to try and leech a little bit of clout for herself. Personally, I've always found her to be like a vibe Dementor on stream where she just sucks out all the fun and all the life, leaving only misery in its wake. But that's not the biggest deal in the world. There's plenty of people that are, vibe terrorists that just aren't super entertaining to watch. That's not like a crime. But what is a crime, at least should be, is the way that she handled her pregnancy. Krishan Rock loved to party. I say loved like it's past tense. I'm sure she still currently does. But while she was pregnant, she still didn't let that stop her. It wasn't an obstacle. She didn't pump the brakes because she's pregnant. She still went hog wild partying, drinking and smoking while pregnant.
Yeah.
And this...
Yep. And actually, let me show you a picture of her. So apparently this is the lady, and apparently this is also her son. And apparently he has some sort of disabilities. So let's play more.
Was shown multiple times on camera, just shamelessly drinking and smoking while pregnant, which everybody knows is really bad for the baby.
Because we all was drinking, even you, with the baby and stuff. Why
So
are you lying?
look at her. Why are you lying? Like she doesn't even want to admit it.
Ladies, one more time.
Drinking and smoking the whole time while she's pregnant. And now the baby has special needs. Of course, she's trying to explain it away, saying, "Oh, look, my son can walk now. He's not as bad as we thought." What? What were you doing? And now, of course, what he gets into is that she's now trying to hide behind her faith, which is a thing I've seen one too many times on the internet, where someone gets caught in their evil or whatever they're doing, committing adultery, being dumb with their pregnancy or whatever it might be. OnlyFans. Oh, now I'm a Christian. I'm okay now. So you got to completely ignore all the bad things I did in my past. I'm a brand new person. Can't criticize me anymore. Right? So.
Get yourself together. Where the bottle at? Oh my gosh.
These clips go on longer of her drinking even more. And this is only what's been caught on camera. I can only imagine how often off camera she was also smoking.
Yeah, no kidding. I mean, she was doing it the whole time while she's on camera. So that just shows you how she really is. And apparently she's trying to hide behind her faith now, which he gets into later in the video. I don't want to play too much of his video. Go check it out if you want to. Moist Critical or Penguin Zero here on YouTube. At any rate. So you get kind of the idea. I just think it's really disgusting. And I'm going to get into some rather interesting stuff over on my other channel. We're going to be talking about science and faith, apparently, because there's a lot of themes with that right now. With the whole thing with Neil deGrasse Tyson and what he said, we're going to get into all of it over on my other channel. And it's really intriguing because Neil comes out like he's on his pedestal, like, I'm all about science and I'm against war. But then I'm going to show you who he really is and how his whole argument falls apart on itself. And also we got what's going on with Easter, apparently. And there's a bunch of things with candy I'm going to get into, apparently. And much more. Anyway, go check that out. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. And thanks for watching.